At the conclusion of the 2005 season, the New Jersey Cardinals left the ballpark they called home for the past 12 years. For the first time since its creation, Skyland Stadium stood empty in the heart of New Jersey farmland, leaving a baseball-sized hole that could not be filled. Or so that was the case until the 2006 season began, that saw the Sussex Skyhawks take the field in the Can-Am League. The team is to be owned by a group led by New Jersey Jackal owner Floyd Hall. The inaugural campaign for the Skyhawks was disappointing to say the least, as the roster was hastily put together with a roster of mostly players from traveling teams. That and first-time manager Brian Drummond looked overmatched for most of the year, as the team managed only a meager 32-48 record. As far as attendance would go, this would be the first of many bad signs for the team, as they would finish second to last in total attendance with just over 85,000 fans, and averaging just over 2,000 fans a game. The 07 season was more of the same for Sussex. The team continued to play poorly on the field, getting swept by the traveling Frontier Grays, and this time they managed to do even worse in attendance, finishing last in average attendance, total attendance, and wins. The 2008 campaign, though, would be very different. Brian Drummond was let go, and Hal Lanier came in and brought in a brand new staff along with him. Under this guidance, the Skyhawks saw a major improvement on the field, going 52-42. Led by players like Matt Weston and Matt Pastruca, the team managed to rally from a slow start and make the postseason. They would have some trouble dispatching Worcester in the first round, but after doing so, they'd have no problem winning the championship, as they managed to sweep the regular season champion Quebec Capitals. They would bring the first and only championship back home to Sussex. However, while things were getting a lot better on the field, they were only getting worse off the field, as the team still struggled to draw in a crowd, whether postseason or not. Coming off of a strong 2008 campaign, Manager of the Year Hal Lanier looked to build on this success and try to repeat as champions of the Can-Am League. This looked good to start the year, however after several 7-game losing streaks, the Skyhawks were not looking very good. So bad in fact that at one point they lost 17 of 20 games, finishing the year at just 38-56. So bad that Manager of the Year Hal Lanier would leave the team. The attendance would also continue a free fall at this point, and things were starting to look dire in Sussex County. Going into 2010, nobody knew if this would be the last year of the Skyhawks or not, as they were into their final year of the lease agreement they had signed with Skyland Stadium. Ed Ott would take the reins as manager of the team, and he would hopefully try to regain some success, or at least some of the magic from 2008. The Skyhawks unfortunately were not able to gain any of that magic or momentum, as they went 35-56, setting Can-Am League records for low attendance, and winning only 10 of their last 45 games. A future in Skylands looked even bleaker than before. At the conclusion of the 2010 season, with the lease at Skylands ending, and the team hemorrhaging money, the halls looked to sell. With no buyer in sight, in part due to the lack of success on the field and in the ledger, and with no stadium deal in place, the team announced it would suspend operations on January 11, 2011, nearly 5 years to the day that the Skyhawks themselves were born. Today, the only legacy that the Skyhawks leave is that of a cautionary tale. A tale that subscribes to the notion that you shouldn't rush into a market that was just vacated, such as the Halls and the Can-Am League did. They saw an opportunity to jump into a new stadium, and a nice one at that, in a potentially successful market. But they didn't do their due diligence, they didn't take the time to build a club, they didn't take the time to regain the trust of a fan base, they didn't take the time to try and get new people in the fan base. They didn't do the simple things right, and they expected success. They may have wandered into it in 2008, but that was clearly off of sheer luck. And from judging by the attendance numbers, the community didn't respond. The moral of the Skyhawks story is to do your due diligence. Take your time constructing a roster. Take your time to build up your community following. Become part of the community, and just take your time. Take it slow. That's the way to do it, and that's the way things have been done since. As we all know, this wasn't the end of baseball in Skylands.
And the first pitch. High fly, deep right field, up the wall, 2018 Can-Am League champions, Martin Figueroa.